Have you ever been pushed so far? That revenge wasn't just a choice, but the only way to stay sane? For 3 long years, I lived with some of the most spiteful, petty, and downright cruel flatmates you could imagine. And while they thought I was powerless, they had no idea that every single day, I was getting my payback, quietly, patiently, relentlessly. If you've ever had a terrible roommate or dreamed of serving cold, calculated justice to people who deserved it, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just a revenge story, it's a 3-year masterpiece of patience and payback. When I moved to London, I was excited. A shared flat seemed like the perfect way to make friends. Save some money and get the full city experience. The house had 7 or 8 people in total, and I had my own small room. The only catch? 4 bedrooms shared a single bathroom. On my floor, there were 3 other people. Let's call them Sebastian, Paula, and V. From day 1, it was clear they were close friends. And just as clear that they didn't like me. It started with sticky notes everywhere. No guests. Close the door slowly. Do not talk in my room. Every time I passed through the hallway, I felt their eyes following me. They made little comments about my accent, my background, never to my face directly, always just loud enough so I'd hear. Why can't they just go back to their country? Sebastian would mutter while making tea. They're so odd, Paula would add with that fake laugh, whisper people use when they want to. Insult you without getting called out. I tried to keep the peace. I kept to myself, respected their space. When I had phone calls with family overseas, I'd even step outside into the freezing London winter just so I wouldn't disturb them. Meanwhile, Sebastian would bring his relatives over twice a week, loud friends crashing in the living room like they owned the place. Paula would play her music at night. V loved to stomp up and down the hallway at 2 a.m. None of their rules applied to them. They started getting creative. They timed their bathroom use so I couldn't get in before work. If I tried to knock, they'd shout passive-aggressive comments through the door. They installed a shower timer without asking anyone, and only turned it on when I went in. Imagine shampoo in your hair and the water just cuts off. It happened more than once. The kitchen turned into a battlefield. They took over my shelves, shoved my food into corners, and left their mess everywhere. I'd find my clean pots covered in oil, my labeled containers mysteriously opened. The worst part wasn't just the inconvenience, it was the constant message. You don't belong here. This isn't your home. For 1.5 years I endured. I told myself I just had to get through it. But resentment has a way of growing quietly. Like a splinter under the skin, every petty note, every bathroom stunt, every whispered insult dug deeper. It happened one winter morning. I woke up early for work, rushed to the bathroom, and found a handwritten note taped to the door. Your morning showers are disrupting our peace. Use the bathroom after 9 a.m. only. S. P and V. I stared at that note, my breath fogging up in the cold hallway. Something inside me just clicked. They weren't going to change. No talk, no compromise, no reason would work. If they wanted war, I'd give them one. But not loudly. Not obviously. I was going to play their game, but smarter. From that day on, every little interaction became an opportunity. I started waking up earlier than them, an hour, sometimes 2. I'd use the bathroom first thing in the morning, making sure to leave. The toilet lid down with just a little mysterious dampness on the seat. Harmless but deeply annoying. Next, the kitchen. I rearranged my food to take strategic spots, blocking theirs subtly but legally. If they moved my things, I moved theirs just enough to make them look careless to each other. Sebastian once accused Paula of stealing his shelf space. She had no idea it was me who nudged everything 2 inches to the left every day. I started cutting tiny holes in their trash bags on their assigned days. Nothing obvious, just enough so when they picked the bag up, it would burst halfway down the stairs. Watching them curse and pick up their own mess was like a tiny daily shot of justice. I adjusted the boiler timer ever so slightly on days I knew they had guests or big nights out. Their showers would turn ice cold halfway through. And the best part? I did it all silently. Never once did I confront them. Never once did I leave a trace. For 3 years, this became my quiet ritual. Every morning, I'd sip my tea, hearing Paula shriek from the bathroom when the hot water cut out. I'd hear Sebastian swearing as the garbage bag exploded at his feet. I'd catch V pacing the hallway, confused why his shelf space kept shrinking. They never suspected me. Why would they? I was the quiet one, the outsider, the one they underestimated. Meanwhile, I got to watch their little perfect trio crack. They started fighting with each other, suspecting one another of Messing things up, Sebastian. Blamed Paula. Paula blamed V thought Sebastian was losing it. Their own cruelty came back to them, drip by drip, until living there wasn't fun anymore, for them. The day I moved out was perfect. I packed my things quietly while they were at work. When Paula came home and saw my empty room, she looked stunned. "Wait, you're leaving?" I smiled and said, "Yeah. Thought I'd give someone else the pleasure of living with you." For the first time, she looked uncomfortable. Maybe she realized how awful they'd been. Maybe not. As I closed the door behind me for the last time, I heard them arguing in the kitchen about the boiler again. I didn't say a word. I didn't need to. For 3 years, I'd been their invisible karma, and it was glorious. Revenge doesn't always need to be loud. Sometimes the sweetest justice is watching people crumble under the weight of their own behavior, with just a little push in the right direction. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments. What's the pettiest but most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And of course, subscribe for more stories just like this, because karma has many faces, and sometimes it wears a quiet smile.